Arkansas State travels to Troy. And you're probably confused. All right. If you've been following us long enough, you're like, okay, they preview games that they want to talk about. They also preview important games. What makes Arkansas State at Troy an important game? I'll tell you why. Okay. The Sun Belt West right now is nuts. It's nuts. Okay. It's nuts. Southern Miss seems to be above it all, right? And you and I were, just all over that in the beginning, buying up, eating up all of the Southern Miss stock that we could possibly buy.
Was it 4.5?
And
Was that their line, or was it they got the 5.5 by the time we were betting in?
oh,
Their
like for
Southern
the
Miss.
lines that we were getting at, like against like Louisiana and like schools.
Well,
I mean,
I'm talking about their over on win total on the year.
oh yeah, it was pretty low. I don't remember the number exactly, but criminal, right? Just criminal. Uh, but this game is important because Troy and Arkansas State. Troy sitting at 4-0 in the Sun Belt West, which is very surprising to me. Very surprising to me. And then Arkansas State sitting there 3-1 in conference with some pretty impressive wins, finding ways to get wins. South Alabama, right? Last second score. Texas State, last second score. Uh, Georgia Southern, just a week ago, finding a way to win that one. Your only loss being to Louisiana Monroe on the road. Seems like Arkansas State has a problem playing on the road. Uh, Troy. This is a big line, though. 7 points. For a Troy team, which, sure, Troy is winning football games, and they looked good against Clemson, right? But, like, Troy's another one that I have question marks about. Like, how good actually is Troy? You had an overtime win against South Alabama. You had an overtime win against Texas State. Sure, you handled Louisiana Monroe on the road, which Arkansas State did not. Louisiana's not a great football team this year. Like, it's interesting. When I look at these rosters, right, I'm like, okay, coaching advantage. Not sure I give it in either direction right now, but in terms of a quarterback advantage, who has it, CD, in this game? Like, I think you got Tucker Kilcrease playing some pretty good football right now, but Jalen Raynor's just been the guy, man. He's just been the guy.
It is Rayner. He is top 2 quarterback in the Sun Belt, top 3 at least.
He's a
He,
stud, man.
he's
Braylon
awesome.
Braxton's up there.
Yeah,
I
that's what
mean,
came up off the top of my head, and of course, like Alonzo Barnett too deserves a ton of credit. And but
sure.
I yeah, I'm a huge Rayner guy. I just have a hard time believing outside of Jalen Rayner, like, is this team good enough to go into Troy and to win? But as 7-point dogs, they have struggled to stop the run. Arkansas State has, and Troy has struggled to run the football. I understand that. And um, excuse me, Tay
Tay
Meadows is
Meadows.
injured. Yep, the running back for Troy. So you got Jordan Lovett in there. Of course, a little bit more will be put on to Tucker Kilcrease, which I don't love if I'm Troy. And even though I think he's a gamer, I think he's a very solid, fun Sun Belt quarterback. But he takes a lot of sacks. He really does. 17 already in this year, and not a full season of work. Uh, that is concerning, no doubt for Troy. But listen, their defense, man, they get after folks. Second in the Sun Belt in points per game, second in the Sun Belt in yards per game, first in sacks. Like, if you are getting after, of course, stopping the run there and getting after Rayner and making him uncomfortable and not letting him get through and make magical plays like he has so many times this year for Arkansas State, that's a huge spot there. Listen, I know Arkansas State's won the past couple of years, past 2 years. Series is 10-9 in favor of Arkansas State. I think Troy evens it up. I think Troy gets a win, and I think they cover as well. But boy, oh boy, Butch Jones and Gerald Parker, this is a massive game. You talked about at the beginning for the Sun Belt. Both of these teams put themselves in a massive spot to essentially control their own destiny the way out because Southern Miss is still on their schedule. Yeah, this is a big time spot here. I like the Trojans. I'm coming around on Gerald Parker for Troy. Here we are. Let's go.
Yeah, you and I were not very high on Jared Parker as a hire for Troy. Like, Also, you have to think about who you were losing, right? I mean, John Summerall, like at the time, like it felt it could have gotten hired to even bigger job than Tulane, which is a good job. It's a good job to have at the G5 level. Uh, this is a program with high expectations as well, like, uh, and a lot ahead of him with the year this year. I just don't know if I can get around on 7, right? I don't know. It just seemed like watching Arkansas State last week, like they kind of opened up some explosive plays. Like their explosive plays generally just come from Jalen Raynor, just like doing some crazy crap right on third down or whatever it is. Like I don't know. Georgia Southern's a pretty bad team. All right, they got a pretty awful defense. But I don't know, man. Like, is there a little bit of life in there? Is there a little bit of life in there? And this would be just like one of those games, right? Like if Arkansas State wins, right? Like it kind of just throws the Sun Belt West into like just even more chaos. It just throws it into even more chaos because guess what? Neither Troy nor Arkansas State has played Southern Miss yet. And then things get seriously interesting. Now Troy, they have to go to Southern Miss. Southern Miss having to go to Arkansas State. Now that'll be next week, right? And Southern Miss will be coming off of a bye. So that'll be really interesting there as well. But I don't know, man. This Arkansas State team, they found ways to come back. They don't give up. They're relentless. They were a team that I was much higher on last year, to a little bit of disappointment for sure. I think they cover. I I'm okay with taking them +7 here in these hypothetical picks, I guess. And then sure, I'll take Troy to win. All right, but I do think Arkansas State keeps this thing close. I really do. I, it's just what they've done. It's just what they've done over the last month, you know? And I get it that it's not at home, which is like where they've thrived. They've thrived at home. Um, Going on the road is a lot different for this football team. Troy, it'll be rowdy. I mean, like they play a lot better at home as well. It's it's interesting. I'm rooting for Arkansas State because I'm rooting for chaos, man. I love when like this conference, especially conferences like with divisions like this, like dude, last year, how crazy was the Sun Belt East, man? And then Marshall just comes out on top in the end of it. Like that was insane. That was insane. So yeah, I'll take Arkansas State +7 in the spot and not feel particularly good about it.